Go, action to you. Anything you want to do, we gon' lax back with and get captured in the mood. Cause you know what it do when you online and you get prize. You socialize to the beat, and when you the top level preach, you can't lose, see? You know how to do it. You got the movement, nothing losing. You got it in you, and you gon' give, regardless of what need be. Please believe, if anyone gon' see what I do out the back of a mood, cause crazy in control be true. I am owner to the load. Load it up and give it some more. Hold it up to Papa Dukes. Truly be giving you what you needin' till the end. Man, I can't pretend like I didn't take anything. Cause man, to pay back what's been given is like I don't want to think about that. So then it makes me lose control and say, I'm not even gonna try no more. So we let it go. But what do? We take minimals to say, at least I'm gonna let it ride and take it through to the other side. Sometimes. Actually, now that's what we're doing. But truly, we used to go hard. There was a point when I got a quota for a ball. I shot it, y'all, full length, and I dished out the 3 points at the end, because I didn't want it anymore. Yo, I said that was him. He scored it. But they really knew that no one could do it but the Drew. So what do? You add that up. DRU 422. 95 is nothing but pennies. I work all day and all night. I am God-given presence. But you know what we gotta do tomorrow for the brother. He said I'm allowed to come through on a busy day, just you, for the dishes. So if there's anyone who wants to get back at me, they'll order that extra side of eggs, extra yolky. That's how you do it. You break it up, let it sizzle there, dry out, and then give it to Sheik. Cause we'll clean that. Proper production. You know what I'm busting. Straight goodness to the mention. Anyone cleaning dishes is heaven sent. Cause that is the isn't. It doesn't get overlooked, you know what I mean? I do it. Cause it needs to be done. I'm proper production. I let my brothers take the big hand. But yo, without the little man, you ain't nothing. I tell your brother, sister, cousin, and everyone you be with, there's no one who can bust it like Sheik. Straight digits, killing you, full, a prenup to the game. Cause what I'm taking, everything. But it's gotta be yours, just the same. I won't let go. I got a ring. I love you. There's no pretending. Bare blessings. Raw child. To guess it. What he do with me. Truly, the drooly is going to sleep. It's 9/11. We gotta get some Z's. Cause you know what it be. In the morning. Never letting go. Gotta get some mowing. It's just me. Okay. Lord, thank you for this opportunity to live. To give what I gotta give. Do it for the food. Drew know what to do. He cleaned those dishes. He do it. He in the mood. What did he forget to do? It's not what he forgot to do. It kind of is, but it's more the fact of what he had that was possible to flex on him. And could you imagine if I had that CBD on my elbow pits yesterday morning, how good that would have felt? I would have just melted. I would have been done. I put it on a second day after, and that is fun. It was like, yo, here you go, have fun. Don't flex, yo, just bending my arm like that. There's so much fat and muscle right in that area, my elbow pit. You can't see it. Man, when I'm holding the phone up to my face, it hurts because I'm flexing, yo. I gotta straight talk to the phone on speaker in front of my face because it hurt. I'm a big guy in a little frame, if you know what I mean. I decided to come out early because my mom had been eating me the proper ingredients for me to say, I want to taste that from my own. I don't want that secondhand. Let me out. I trust what you eating. You don't got to keep me eating it. I'll come out and eat it. And I do. When I'm in the mood. Not always, it's true. There was times when I passed. And I was last and I let it destroy. But that's not bad too. Ignore the fact you can't have everything you want. If you want this, you want that. And then this with that. And then you know what's next. That's this. This, in fact, that we live just to get back to where we first were when we were born and existed. There was times when I was 5 years old, I had more money. Maybe 10 times this year alone, where my 5-year-old self had more money than what I did at that moment. Because I let it go. I blow it. You know it. I go hard in the paint, bro. Come on. I stay fluent. Let it go. You know. You gotta extract that ish. We go hard. We let it burst. We brought it home. We gunners. We heavy messengers. We eat food for something for certain. We never losing the earth. Gotta get it in. That's a curse to lose. That holiness that you call home. Hello. Do you know who you live with? The people on the corner getting by to feed their daughters? Because they ain't got nickels and dimes or even quarters? Hold it up. Give them the buck. Give them the toonie, because they do truly need it more than you do, see? Come on now. You party all loud, and you can't pay respects to the man down. I don't care if he's crazy. He can still be allowed to live. Because you know what? You would have done the same ish if you were in his position. So you know what? Just let him live. If he's not in the proper environment he needs to be in, he's probably going to do something stupid. Now, if you add money to an environment and money is worth more than people, because people die for the fact money is more important than them. They will take lives for money. Money is more important than a life in some circumstances. People will fight, curse, do whatever they think is right for the money sacrificing their life for moments or for the rest of their life, where they go to a place kept inside of money creation itself, a business that makes him the prisoner and the one making the money for someone else, doing the same thing that he did. In essence, living, trying to get money to live. Can we question this and say, what if we had everything we needed first and then we chose to pay for something else? Because you know what? I know my damn self. I don't always have money, but I always need food. I can't go without my food. Truly, I do. I feel something. It's in me. Trust me when I say this, but the weed is with thee. Believe the words I speak come from a plant that I ingest and I breathe. How do I breathe at all without the plant to begin with? What if I see I intake this instead of the meat? I'm sorry to say that yes, there may be a need to hunt and breed certain things to eat, but first should be given thy holiness, the bread of life, Jesus. I believe this. I know this for a fact. It will never leave me. I know on my back the world rests on my shoulders. And if I need to stand up, Jesus is right there to lighten the load. Because when you are a Drew Fo double deuce and you realize you have been given something not to lose, but to go forward with, we must believe that there are choices to be made for official campaigns. Certainly, we can agree that the people in our system don't know the certain areas of a system better than people within that system can, will, and do for their part of land. Do you know what I mean? The mayors aren't really clearing the air. They're not out in parks cleaning up. Okay, maybe once they'll rally some troops and they'll media coverage it up on Earth Day, the one day, my birthday, that I chose to come out and say, hey, Mom, 2 months early, you got this. You've already had 2 before me. You're trying to give another life that was purely based on giving the earth what it needs. Fo double deuce, that's it. The air you do. Truly, the era of the throne is Drew. I can't lose. But Earth can win. And when Earth wins its ice age and gets to go to sleep and take one breath goodbye and say, nothing gets to live, who's going to be left? I don't know. I don't care to think that when we are being told that global warming is being not greatly enough appreciated to the point the global awareness and choices need to agree with what is going on and needs to be dealt with. First and foremost, we have an Earth whose ozone has been depleted. Now we must do what we need to do to recreate it and hope to God that for the moments we didn't have it, we can still fix what has been missing. And we could stop and take a second and realize the jobs we're living are not important to just having a home in bare essence. Please stop fixing cars and letting yourself die to intoxicating chemicals within the surroundings. I am not going back to body work. I do not like it. It is not worth it. It pays well. I could make a killing, but I die probably around 60. If I'm lucky. I got 60. I know I'm gonna die young. Because I am a great one. But then again, I don't know anything. If I'm so great, I will live on and on. That is fair to say as well. But whatever happens, whatever goes on, this line on my hand saying that time's almost up, I'm going to give it to God and say, you know what's up? I finally get to see you once and for all in my life. I've never felt a moment so in touch with myself and what I need to be doing to get through to the world that needs us to come together. Unity is nothing to be afraid of. Believe in each other, but overall, we need this. We are together on this earth, and we are bare customs to bring back love and health and restoration to as far as we've come, and we don't know exactly how much damage we're doing, but we continue to do things and we're not moving in the right direction. I'm sorry for even snoozing. I missed work today. It was the second day back. I totally messed up. I had a weird weekend. I worked out. I just got this gym pass. I went hard, messed me up. Everything was ruined. I thought the second day I missed it. Dave's going to kill me. I don't even want to talk to him. I'm not even going to call him. And he understood completely. I don't know what to do because I slept all day just trying to rest my arm in the right position. It didn't do anything. But then I realized I had CBD extract. And when you rub that on certain parts of your skin, you feel the blessing. I've been flexing a little bit and it's coming back because the CBD has been wearing off. I'm not going to double up because that stuff is nothing to mess with. It's very strong and potent. And the fact that you just need a drop at any moment you need will give you, beyond comparison, the most biggest rush of relief to muscle fatigue. It was like I had just been burned with ice. It's like someone burned my skin with ice. It was like it was burning, but it was cool. And it was like hurting, but it was healing. It was like life had just given me a second chance. Because I didn't know how I was going to do it. I had given up a day's sleep that I just got back today, obviously. And now I understand that when you take stimulants like Red Bull to get ahead, and you try to rest it off, and say, I can go without sleep and even food and do what you do the best, better than anyone could ever do, like a Drufo Double Deuce who was born to improve at every step that he could move and honestly be never topped and be respected any less than any other man, because we are all equal at hand, greatness in our own profession to anything we need to be doing. For me, it's cooking. I've been told possibly I could speak for movements and publicly and professionally give you a speech that you too could take with you at any given moment and say, yes, I believe the things that we are doing to improve the human race must be done sooner than later. Focusing on fixing kids with virtual reality, with the earth dying before them, is not the way I want to put a screen in front of their face and say, let's just do this. Come on, people, let's get with it. Our kids are being denied freedoms of life. They are not equal. They know they will rebel because they don't feel equal. They get mad when we say no. And honestly, you have to be there to explain every single thing to them. And they won't understand because they don't know. And then what do you do at that point? I'm not saying let them eat Tide Pods, but at least cook some good food. Because when you can get a kid who wants to eat, God bless you. Some kids eat, but like me and Dave didn't. But I was bigger. I was a genetic genius. I'm sorry. I believe this. I know this. Everything I touch turns to gold. So what? If I don't know the Pythagorean theorem. And that was the last thing I held from high school at all. But if you saw my college marks, or, let's be fair, skilled trade, leveling, apprenticeship, whatever, secondary, you want to hurt me and say I didn't do secondary, it's all BS in front of you. To learn and get an education, a career, should cost you nothing. Especially if you got something that you need to give. Why would you need to pay for it, but be told you are living for free? Can't you see the world before us is in dire need of a movement? Someone who can prove that there is more to life than abusing life itself. Life cannot be determined by a dollar sign. Once you take into life different levels of luxuries, and then someone else has to pay the price on the other end, everyone is unhappy. Even the people who got everything. I guarantee if they came together, if they came down with all of us and they just saw that we could forgive them, all they have to say is we made a mistake, global warming is taking effect on us, and we are now focusing on saving the world together as we need to do. No one has to be in charge of just growing food and making sure everyone has shelter and making sure we teach each other everything that we know so we can all be better in our own right. And just be truthful with ourselves and know that we got every other one's back. All of us, each other, you, me, them, everyone. Thank you for being born and being with me a little longer. Even every second that goes on, I grow fonder of your appearance, attraction, everything about you. I'm sorry, I'm not lacking any dispute to say I love you in the moments we spend. But when I have to hide behind a computer to say it to them, because I don't have the courage, because society has made me a man, that I could just say, I could take my talents and move on and get something completely different. Hand-fed grapes. I could have it. I know it. But they don't want me to, and that's what I want. Kind of. Because I know If they don't want me to have that, I shouldn't have it. Because there's a reason for it. It's what they are. They don't know. They think that they're smart, as we all are. I'm not trying to deny that money can make someone look smart if he gains a lot. And we should learn from this man. And this man should be president. Okay, congratulations, Donald Trump, you did that. But now what? Are we still faced with the same dilemma? That the money we have is not going towards building tomorrow? I'm sorry, I'm sorrow. I am lost at pages, torn apart and given thought over, giving a new start. It all needs to begin with us all saying that for the moment, we care for each other. We love each other. We need each other. But overall, we need this world. Come together. It is now time. It is the weather that something happens or not, we at least tried. It's scary to think that the globe needs changing, but no one's doing anything. It's warning us, man, like stuff is destroying. We are going extinct. You don't know it. But over time, you have to believe that virtual reality is not the capability we were supposed to need or even know. Honestly, that just sickens me. We gave our kids virtual reality. I'm sorry. You're talking about life. You want to recreate life. You want to make a game that's supposed to be like living life. I don't get you. You just made a complete circle saying you want a game about living life. Like, what am I supposed to do in this game? Eat food? Drive a car? Brush my teeth? Like, why can't I just do that on my own? Why do I have to pay you to put a screen in front of my face and hold two gloves and say I'm doing something that I could already be doing for nothing at all? I'm sorry. I don't get it. Like, I have my life and I'm thankful for the things I do. And that's all started on Monday when I found out I could give my health card to the security at St. Joseph for a gym pass that hardly gets used. And then the first day I went in, because I knew I could leave and I had motivation to improve myself and take that with me on the outside. So I did it. I worked out for an hour that day, a whole hour. And they say 85% of the world does not get their hour a day physical activity that they need. And I did that day, and I tell you, it was the best thing I ever felt. And I did it the next day. And by the end of the second day, the gym that I was at, I'd used every machine except for one, the bench press. I did it at the end. I did a rep max. I forget how many reps, probably just one of like 140. But for me, that's a lot. You don't understand. They have the bar right against your chest from the beginning, so you have to lift from your chest, not from the rest, that is the rack on a normal bench, slightly higher. You have to lift from off of your chest. And it was hard, but it felt great. And then the next day, I started over again on the workouts that I did on Monday. I've been stretching, taking my vitamins, eating right, doing my thing. Felt great. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, I did my hour a day, second day in a row, Tuesday. I did that. And I said, I'm going to come back later and work out a second time today. Get a 2 a day. I had been dying to do 2 workouts in one day in all my life. I just want to say that I did a 2 a day. And I did a 2 a day. And I ended on the bench. It wasn't much of a workout. Half of it was basketball. But, I went hard. I really wanted to improve my health. And I killed myself. My arms. I forgot to do this stretch at the end. It's one that I picked up late, and from time to time I forget to do it. I know the basic ones that I did at jiu-jitsu, but I created one of my own, and it stretched my elbow pit, and because I didn't do it, I felt it the next day, and it hurt. I couldn't do anything. And I thought, okay, I know when I go to sleep tonight, it'll all be taken care of. But I'd stayed up on Wednesday. That double workout day, I was so jacked off Red Bull, I didn't go to sleep. And Thursday, hold on. I'm just gonna let it be.